Hi there, this is Desi in France, and today's video is going to be about APS visa, which is the temporary residence permit visa, which you apply for once you're done with your education here in France.
Before getting into this video, you all might be wondering that we were not being able to publish any video from this room as we were busy with our education and internship at the same time. But probably for the last time, we are going to shoot this video from this studio.
If you want to call it. I'm very emotional though, but let's jump directly into the video. First, let's talk about what is APS exactly. So APS stands for Autorisation Provisoire de Séjour. So APS is a temporary residence permit to find a job or starting your own company once you have finished your studies and got your diploma finally in France.
We have put the timestamps in the video, so feel free to jump to the sections you have doubts with. Let's talk about the benefits of APS. APS allows the foreign students to remain in France for 1 year or more after the end of their studies. During this period, APS allows you to look for a job without any restriction or prepare for the creation of your own company corresponding to your training.
It also authorizes to work under the same condition as if they were students. So maximum 964 hours per year or 20 hours per week. It's only valid until you find a CDI or a CDD. So CDI, it's an indefinite contract, and CDD, it's a fixed term contract. One very important detail here, that the appointment booking module is only accessible 2 months, mind you, 2 months before the expiry date of your title or your visa. Now, countries concerned with the APS visa. On your screen right now, you are having a list of countries, the students of which are supposed to apply for APS. Here, we would be mainly talking about India because that's where we are from. Depending on the bilateral agreements that your country has with France, you'd be able to either renew or not even renew it once or forever. Concerning India, we are able to renew it once for a period of 12 months, and that's it. So totally 2 years would be the amount of duration you'll have for your APS visa. Let's talk about eligibility now. So the APS visa is available for the students who have been having the VLSTS or the student residence permit during their tenure of education. This covers the students who have carried out a professional bachelor's degree or licence professionnelle, example the one in chemistry, engineering, etc., not the one who have studied like bachelor's of literature, law, philosophy, etc. The second category would be the students having a master's degree, in French diplôme de master, or an equivalent degree which could be in engineering degree like a diplôme d'ingénieur or a diploma from a political studies institute. An example would be PGE degree, like Programme Grande École, like the MIM, which we studied ourselves, or a master's degree in public policy or a master's of engineering. Now the next category is the students having a specialized master's degree, and mind you, it's not equivalent to the regular master's degree because the difference lies in the translation. In French, it's called un master spécialisé. The last case was un diplôme de master. The main difference lies in the recognition level of these courses because a master spécialisé done from a highly reputed institution might be recognized by the Ministry of Education, and in other cases, it might not be the same. The next category would be a Master's of Science, so an MSc degree, which is labeled by the Conference of Grande École, and the final category would be the researchers who stayed in France for the researcher passport residence permit and have completed their research work.
So let's talk about the documentation requirement for the APS. It varies for every individual. For our case, as we have applied from the Reims prefecture, these are the documents which we have submitted. So first document is the appointment letter of the prefecture, which is also called the Convocation de Rendez-vous. Second document is your passport. The third document will be a residence permit, which is also called Old Titre de Séjour. 3 passport size photos, the identité récente. The format will be 35 mm into 45 mm. And the next document will be the diploma certificate, which is also called Attestation Diplôme, which you will be getting from your university.
And finally, we'll talk about the proof of residence, for which you can give a lot of documents. The very first document would be the electricity bill or the gas bill, landline telephone bill, or the internet access bill. Secondly, you could also attach a rental agreement, a bail de location. It should be less than 6 months, or you could attach the rent receipts as well. If you're staying in a hotel, certificate from the hotel and invoice for the last month can be used as well. And finally, if someone is hosting you, you need to attach an attestation hébergement. We'll display this on the screen. This is the format that you're supposed to use. It is dated and signed certificate from the host, and if you're staying with a private individual, which is the case right now, you also need to attach their copy of identity card, their residence permit, and finally their proof of address.
You also need to have the health insurance certificate, Justificative de Assurance Maladie. You can download it from your Emily account. Whereas the stamp duty for residence permit is also needed for most of the prefecture. If it is not being taken by them, it is also refundable.
Mind you, it's for 75 euros, and in case 75 euros is a bit too much and you want it back, we have shown it in the end of this video. Now let's get into the steps on how you need to file for this APS. Now it depends on prefecture to prefecture. For our case, it was the Sous-prefecture of Reims, and that's why we applied here. The very first step would be to email your prefecture and ask for the procedures, which we did, and the emails could easily be found by just doing a simple Google search. In our case, this is the email of our sous-prefecture, and don't forget to mention your identifiant number, which is the numéro de l'étranger, and at the same time, please write this email in French. Once you're done with this, they'll send you a list of documents to prepare and bring during the scheduled appointment date, along with a link to make an appointment and submit an application. From now on, you'll see the process on how we selected our appointment date and got done with the further process.
After clicking the link from the prefecture email, you will be redirected to this page, in which there are total 6 steps. So for the first step, you have to just click on make an appointment, on which you will be redirected to the second step, which they are going to tell you some of the main criteria for creating your file, the documents required, and the other processes you have to follow. So here they are mentioning in the list of documents that the birth certificate is also required, but in our case they haven't asked us, so we haven't submitted. But it is always good to carry as much as documents you can have it over there. So moving further, you can see that the office certificate and the other documents are also being required, which we have already told you in the video before. So now you have to come down on the page. As you can see on the screen, the security captcha, you have to put it down and click on following. For the third step, we are going to book the date for appointment. So whatever date you are comfortable with, you can choose. So here we are going to select the 3rd of September for the 10 a.m.
And remember guys, this is very, very important. If you want to have the preferred slots, please open this website as soon as possible in the morning, because each and every slots are renewed each morning. So you do it like 2 months before your expiry date of the visa, and as soon as the morning hits, you choose your slot.
Clicking on following, you will be redirected for the step number 4, in which you have to mention all your personal details. Your name, your first name, your email, your foreign number is your identifier number, which is mentioned in your residence permit, your date of birth, your gender, male or female, the postal code, and the phone number, and then you have to click on the confirm the appointment. And in this step, you are going to confirm your appointment. Remember, your appointment will be only reserved for the 15 minutes for the time slot you have booked for your prefecture. Then we are going to confirm the appointment and moving on to the step number 6, in which you will be getting the confirmation email on the email ID you have mentioned, and we would suggest you to reach the prefecture 15 minutes before your appointment time.
And in the next frame, you're going to see our personal experience with the Reims Sous-prefecture. So I just came out of Hotel de la Sous-prefecture de Reims. This is where you need to come if you're applying for APS visa in Reims. So this is located in Place Royale, just behind the statue of King Louis XV, and is very close to Cathedral. In my case, the experience was flawless. I gave them all the documents, not even all the documents. I didn't even have to give them the timbre, and now I'm going to return that. I'll show you that later in the video. Also, one more important thing I would like to mention, that you're not supposed to show the proof of funds. I also didn't show any proof of funds for the stay for 1 year. So please don't believe in hearsay and follow all the process that we are showing to you. Let's go into the video. As you saw, my experience with the Reims Sous-prefecture was perfect, but fortunately they didn't accept my timbre, and I knew that there was a process to get it refunded. All you need to do is go on Google and type Timbre Electronic Reimbursement. The very first link that you click on, it redirects you to this page, and we need to click on the online procedures. Since we are requesting for a refund, we click on this button. Okay. Since we are making a request for a user, we click on user and press pursue. I bought my stamp online, so I click here, pursue. The very first step would be to enter the stamp details. So I enter the stamp number, and here for transaction reference, I click on see and extract from the document. This dialog box appears. I select this transaction number and click on to research. In the second step, you'll see the confirmation of the stamp to be refunded. So here you could have the summary of your stamp. And normally if your bank account is still up and running, this step should be enough. But in case your bank account has closed, you need to click on this form. It will give you this PDF and then you need to get done with all these processes and send it to them. We didn't do this because this is not our case and we have our account up and running. And in the end, we validate and you receive the confirmation, the stamp description and the credited bank card which was used for this transaction. And finally, in the third step, you'll notice that our refund has been processed. Here are all the description. We need to click on download the supporting documents PDF for safety, and I think the refund would be transferred to your account. This is how our process of APS for Reims Sous-prefecture has ended. There might be different processes for different prefectures all across France. If that is the case, please comment in the comment section below. We'll make another video in the future.
We believe that this video is informative for you, and we are soon going to come up with a more administrative process video in the future ahead. If you have any questions or query, you can directly mention in the comment section below or directly mail us at the desiinfrancevlogs@gmail.com. We are also available on the Instagram. You can directly DM us over there as well. We will be happy to help you. Till then, take care. Bye bye.